Verse 96. Sri Vishnu Sahasranaama Stotra. Sanat Sanatanatamah Kapilah Kapirau Yayaha Swastidah Swastikrut Swastihi Swasti Bhuk Swasti Dakshinaha Sanat Sanatanatamah Kapilah Kapihi Auyayaha Swastidah Swastikrut Swastihi Swasti Bhuk Swasti Dakshinaha Sanat of long duration, Sanatana Tamaha, most ancient, Kapilaha, Kapila, the great Rishi, was said to be one of the earliest manifestations of Mahavishnu. Kapihi, sun, Avyayaha, indestructible, Swastidaha, conferrer of all blessings, Swasti Krit, doer of good, Swastihi, personification of auspiciousness, Swasti Bhuk, enjoyer of auspiciousness, Swasti Dakshinaha, promoter, augmenter of auspiciousness, Sanat, of very long duration, because the Supreme is beginningless and it is the endless factor. Time cannot condition him. He, the consciousness, illumines the very concept of time and space. He was, he is, and he shall ever be. He is changeless. He is immutable. So he is called also Sanatana Tamaha, which is the next name. Sanatana Tamaha means most ancient. It is from him that the very intellect has sprung forth. Time, which is also one of the concepts of the intellect, emerges much later, only thereafter. Therefore, he is the most ancient, inasmuch as he was already there to be aware of even the first experience of the beginning of time. The definition of time is an interval between two events, but the Supreme has been in existence even before the very first event. So he is one who is transcending time. He has been in existence in the form of great rishis like Kapila Maharshi. Kapila, the great rishi, Supreme himself manifested as the great Rishi Kapila, who propounded the Sankhya philosophy. The Sankhya philosophy is one which was elaborated by Bhagavan Krishna in chapter 2, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. In the same Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Sri Krishna declaring his own glories as requested by Arjuna says in one of the verses, which is verse 26 of chapter 10, Vibhuti Yoga, that Siddhanam Kapilaha Munihi. Among the Siddhas, I am Muni Kapila. The entire verse reads like this: Ashvatthaga Sarva Vrikshanam Devarshinam Chanaradaha Gandharvanam Chittaratha Siddhanam Kapilo Muni. Among the trees, I am the perennial Ashwatha tree. Among the celestials, I am Narada. Among the Gandharvas, I am Chittaratha. And among the Siddhas, I am Muni Kapila. The Supreme, who is Muni Kapila among the Siddhas, is among the Adityas, he is Surya, the sun, who is called Kapihi. Kapihi, Surya, the sun god. Sun god is called Kapi. Kapi means one who drinks. So sun dries up everything. By process of evaporation, he sucks up the water content from the vast oceans and all the water bodies in the universe. Of course, he returns the same thing back to the earth in the form of a life-giving rain. But in the process of drinking, he is one who sucks up everything. So it's called Kapihi. Now, although depicted as the sun as we know has a definite sunrise and sunset. But the Supreme has no such setting. He is not, there is no supreme set. No. Because he is Avyayaha. He is indestructible. The one in whom the entire universe merges during the total deluge, when what we call the total mind and the creator will be taking rest. He will be sort of a pause. He is in a pause mode between one cycle and another cycle. Each cosmic cycle we know consists of creation and maintenance and dissolution. So dissolution is sort of a pause phase in the cosmic cycle. The Supreme Atman functioning as the total mind, the Supreme Consciousness, the total consciousness, which we call Brahma or the Creator. Each mind is being ruled by its own vasanas. All the beings who are born in this planet are born because of their vasanas. They are ruled by their vasanas. Now, these total vasanas, we can call it the causal body. Because of this, the bodies come into existence. This is nothing but Maya, is illusion. Now, the Supreme Self will express itself through Maya, that is the total causal body, and this Supreme Self is also called Ishvara. Thus, Narayana, who is Ishvara, is the one in whom the total world of experiences merges. When the total mind, the cosmic mind, the super mind, what we call Paramatma, takes a break. It rests during the pause phase between two cycles of creation and sustenance, what we call involvement in the projected world of thoughts, feelings, and objects. When it is involved in this, we say the phase is called sustenance phase. And again, the third part will be the dissolution, which is like a pause phase. But the Supreme is never destroyed. It is indestructible. The Supreme Being, during the phase of maintenance, sustenance of the universe, he is a conferrer of all blessings. Swasti Daha. Swasti Daha means one who confers, gives, bestows all blessings, all that the beings want, which he gives. Swasti is good. Swasti means auspiciousness. Swasti means something good and desirable which we want. That is what he is going to give. Now, a true devotee who has discovered finally what he wants, that is fulfillment in seeking and then gaining the infinite bliss. That is what he finally wants. A true devotee who has discovered this, he'll know what infinite bliss means. Now, naturally, a person who has understood, who has sought and gained this bliss, he has no interest whatsoever in anything concerned with the mortal world, because that's all perishable. It is considered inauspicious. So he turns away, his mind is turned away from all the realms of inauspiciousness. So he is involved, he is immersed in what we can call Hari consciousness or Krishna consciousness or the supreme bliss experience. He is involved in that. So the Supreme Being, the Lord, the Mahavishnu, is the one who is helping a person to move from the inauspiciousness to auspiciousness. So we can say he is a giver of auspiciousness. Swasti Daha. Next name is Swasti Krut. He is not only giver of auspiciousness, but he is a doer of auspiciousness. All his acts are good. All his acts will be auspicious. Swasti itself means auspiciousness. Swastikrut means one who brings auspiciousness, or it can also mean one who robs all auspiciousness. Now, for the seeker who is moving towards the Supreme, that is Narayana, his experience is of added joy and peace in life. But for a person who seeks only sense gratification and person is moving away from reality, for him the experience is more and more sorrow, agitations, tears, and tragedies, which is totally inauspiciousness. He is the one who takes away this inauspiciousness. Now, the Supreme is not only the conferrer of good and also doer of good, but he is finally he is a very personification of auspiciousness. He is Swasti, not just Swastikrut or Swastidaha. He is Swasti. Swasti means he himself is auspiciousness. Auspicious. So he is the source of all auspiciousness. So the Lord himself is considered auspicious. In essence, his nature is Sat Chit Ananda. Sat is reality, that is existence. Chit is consciousness. Ananda is bliss. So he is together what we call Satchidananda Swarupa. So in such a Satchidananda Swarupa, there can be no cause, no scope for any inauspiciousness whatsoever. The individual, as far as we are concerned, we are functioning under within the powers of our avidya, and we are under infatuation of Maya. We are the mortals. Whereas the Supreme, he also deals with Maya, but he rules over Maya. He plays through Maya. Whereas we become slaves to Maya. We be under the control of Maya. So we'll be infatuated because of Maya. This fundamental difference between the Creator and us. Once we are able to break through, transcend the stage of Maya, we can become one with the Supreme. The Supreme is also the enjoyer of auspiciousness. Swasti Bhuk. Now, Swasti Bhuk means enjoyer of auspiciousness. How does the Supreme enjoy? He is enjoying as a Jiva living within us, and all our experiences are his experiences. He constantly lives in his experience and gets a perpetual sense of holy auspiciousness because that is his very nature. We can also interpret this as explaining that the Supreme showers grace and makes his devotees constantly experience auspiciousness, where in their own God loving hearts, Shuddha Sattva Swarupa. So persons who are absolutely pure in their heart, they will be able to experience the auspiciousness in their own heart. Now Supreme is finally, he is Swasti Dakshinaha. He is the one growth. He promotes growth of auspiciousness. Swasti Dakshinaha, growth of auspiciousness. The Lord is always engaged in distributing auspiciousness. The word Dakshina, Swasti Dakshina, Dakshinaha. Dakshina means two meanings are there. One, it means giving. There's act of gift. Any gift itself is called Dakshina. So when a priest comes and performs something, we give him Dakshina. So whatever we give is a gift to him. It is also, Dakshina also means Daksha, one who is efficient and very quick in doing this. So since the word Swasti Dakshinaha will mean the Lord is one who quickly and very efficiently he will run to the devotees. He is very eager to give them the experience of auspiciousness, which is his very nature. With this, we have completed this verse, the Mangala Sloka, Shanti Sloka, what we call it. Om Asato Ma सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम तत्सत्।